How to create router on Azure. Now, the first question is, what is a router? Let me use this as an example. Router. Now, let's put virtual machine. These are virtual machines. Let me put some database. Now, these are your resources. Now, what determines the traffic that's supposed to go to this virtual machine? Let's say this is virtual machine 1, virtual machine 2, virtual machine 3. What determines the kind of traffic that goes to virtual machine 3, virtual machine 2, virtual machine 1, or your database? It is this router. Now, router distributes traffic across your resources. Let's say you go to Google, I search. Let me go to Google. Let's say I search what is virtual machine. Now, this, if I press enter now, it's a traffic. I'm sending traffic to Google database, and then I will now get feedback. So when I type this, I press enter. This is me sending traffic. I'm sending traffic to Google database, and now I got a response. What helped this to happen is router. Router distributes traffic that is coming from different places. It's now distributed to your resource. Router does the distribution requests. Any request coming in from people, from different people, they type something or they want to access your anything, that is traffic coming to your database, and it is router that is distributing it. Now, how to create router in Azure? We go to Azure, then let's type router. Now, what you need is this route table. Yes, click on route table, click on create. Depending on the resource you want to deploy to, mine is this crystal RG. Select the region you want. In my case, I'll go for Central US. Now give your route table name. I'll say crystal RT. That is crystal route table. Then click on next. Leave this as default next. It's trying to validate if there's any error or anything. Now click on create. Now let's go to resource. Now under that we now have route. So let's click on route. Now route name, let's say Crystal, Crystal, I'll say Crystal R. Destination IP addresses. CIDR range, just say 0.0.0.0/0. Now, this is like a default destination IP. Next up type, internet. All right, let me explain this. Now, let me explain. Next up type is like road you want traffic to pass to get to the destination. In this situation, I'll just click on internet, then I'll click on add. Now we have our route. Let's go back. Oh, let's go to effective route. Now our effective route is empty, so let's go to subnet and associate our router to a subnet. Well, this is my subnet. Oh, this is virtual network. Let's associate our router to our virtual network. Then select this VNet. This is my VNet Crystal subnet, and I click on OK. Mind you, this virtual network and subnets, I've created it in my past video. Now we've associated this router to the subnet and the VNet. Now let's go back to effective route again. Let it load. For this my network interface card. Now it's loading. Failed to retrieve effective route because the virtual machine is not running. Oh yeah, I stopped my virtual machine, so let's put it back on. Virtual machines. Here's my virtual machine, so let's put it back on. All right, machine is back on. Now let's, oh, there's no soft refresh here. Okay, let's refresh. Subnet, yeah, Crystal subnet, then Nick, Crystal Nick. Now, good. Now this it has populate see effective routes. See, now here's the thing. Whenever you create virtual network subnet, there are some default things that Azure going to create for you. Now let's do something. Let me show you something. Let me go back to routes. And Next up, I want to put it in none. Let's save it. Effective routes. Now, see, anywhere you see defaults, anywhere you see defaults, and most of these are default, these are the things that Azure created for you. Now, here you see user. What I'm trying to explain here is whatever you use as whatever you select as user supersedes Azure. Now, before this was active, now it's invalid. Now we are having none, 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 none. If I go back to routes, click on this and I put it back to internet and click on save. Now, can you see this user active internet? That's what I just give to it. And that makes Azure default settings before that makes it invalid. As you can see, user defined routes crystal. Now, let's actually test this more. Let me copy this. Remember, in my previous video, we put Apache 2 on this IP. We have this, right? Now, let's come to routes and put it in none. Let's save that. Actually, this will take a couple of minutes. It might not be effective immediately. This will take a couple of minutes. Now, let's assign this, which is the network interface. These are network interface and subnets and VNet working with this particular virtual machine. Let's refresh this to be sure that it's up to date. Now, user active, you see none. Let's refresh this. Can you see that? Can you see that it's gone? Because of what? Because of what we did here, that we put route into none. So if I put it back to internet and I click on add, let me come to effective route to make sure everything is well set. The NIC, this is NIC attached to this VM, to this VM that we are refreshing the IP. All right, now it is still saying none, so let's refresh because we've updated it to internet now. Let's refresh to be sure that it has been updated. Okay, now user active internet. Okay, now let's refresh this. Boom, it's back. Do you see what just happened now? So that's one of the ways You can that is how you can attach your router to your NIC, your VNet, and to control the access to all these things, and how you can to control you can route to all these things. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, drop it in my comment section. Thank you.